Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well and I hope you're all blessed. I haven't said that in a minute. Well, actually I've said that a few times because I tried to film like so many videos. It feels good to be back and be able to say it again. I think in another video, or I think even dotted throughout my videos, it will be a bit more, I guess you will see where my mindset was, but in the whole of it, in the overall sense, it's just that feeling of like social media can just be a headache. And then sometimes it's that whole thing of like, you know, like how Twitter was or how Twitter is. There's a lot of like self-glorified opinions, and that, as a Christian, I've seen how those things have even led people away from their faith, had led people to question so many things. And I guess I always tread cautiously when putting out content, because you just have to be careful that you don't add to that. I guess maybe to a level is kind of looking for perfection, not wanting to make mistakes. In honesty, just so many different feelings that I'll probably still continue to feel as I continue to film. But being in a new space, I just feel like I want to approach life differently. And so with that being said, being in a new space, what does that mean? I'm married to an amazing man, very handsome man, the best man, who's sitting right here, but he can't hear me because I've told him to put his headphones in. I've been married for just over a year, and so that's like the biggest change in my life right now. That's kind of really changed my outlook as I've continued to walk with him, my outlook on how I would like my future to look. Not in the sense of like it's all in my hands, but kind of like what type of person I would like to be, what type of example I really want to set for my children. And I think that's what really hit me, like, okay, cool, I'm not really enjoying YouTube, and so I'm kind of just, you know, ignoring making videos and just leaving it. And I don't want to leave that sort of example for my children or for anyone, I guess, that comes into my space. And I don't want to do that for myself as well. I feel like I let myself down when I don't do my best, basically, or endure or really push through. And that's what's really changed my mind. And then of course with marriage, we're blessed that God uses it as a space to continuously make us holy and continuously refine us. And I think in marriage, that's an area that I've been challenged in, just in my doings, that look, are you really giving your 100 to everything that you do? When I was doing marriage counselling, we looked at our temperaments, and I kind of already knew my temperament because I'm the type of person, I like this sort of stuff, like my temperament, am I introvert, am I extrovert, like all that stuff. If you know me, I like that stuff. I would say that my temperament is very much melancholy. It kind of means like a sadness, but it doesn't mean that person is sad, or like I'm a sad person, because I'm not. But it just means that I find myself being very introspective. What does this mean? Like, why? I'm always asking why. It has to make sense, and there needs to be this deeper meaning, you know what I mean? And it has to add in some ways. How does it add to my life? How am I really adding to my space and the people around me? And I wasn't sure if people were enjoying my content. I wasn't sure if I was enjoying my content. I wasn't sure if it was making sense. I'm always looking at myself, sometimes a little bit too much. My husband always tells me relax. Sometimes it's to my detriment. Sometimes it helps me and it helps those around me. I'm always trying to balance and figure myself throughout that. And there's nothing, if you know me, and my friend Ebony always says this, like there's nothing for me that really gets me. I care about like really fundamental stuff, my family, you know, my marriage, my friends, my community, my faith, Christ, the truth. But that's the type of person I am. So I feel like sometimes I can just be the type that does away with everything. I don't care about anything. Nothing matters. Kind of like a Solomon approach. Nothing matters. I'm just going to care about my God and my family. And so I'm not actually utilizing some of the things that are in my hands, some of the things that sometimes I do enjoy. Things like that, I'm not always using it because of how my mindset is sometimes. That's something that I'm pushing through. I'm always working through that. It's something that I'm always going to be working through that. And I think I'm much more mindful because of how this will trickle down to my children and how I will encourage and influence them. And I don't think I want them to have that mindset. That's how my mind moves when it comes to YouTube or just anything that I want to do. But that's what I'm saying. As a person, as I grow, I'm trying to be more mindful of how I approach things, how I actually go about the journey, as opposed to where I find myself or where I eventually land. And I do believe that God really cares about that, how we behave and how we act in what we go through or in life, as opposed to, you know, what job we get, what role we land, what venture we take. I know He cares about all of them, but I do believe that He is very concerned with how we behave among it within the journey, if that makes sense. Like, am I still faithful to God? Do I still trust Him? Almost like a Job situation. Are my eyes still towards the Lord despite what I go through? That is it in a nutshell, if that makes sense, and I hope it does. And I don't know if there's anyone that can resonate with me, but it'll be great to hear if anyone does. So now, as I approach YouTube and as I move forward, I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just trying to live my life and be normal and just put it out there. Like I said, I've been married for a year now. And I'll just drop us a couple things. We dated for about, our initial plan was to date and marry within 2 years, but we dated and were engaged all together for about 2 years and a bit. And then after that a bit, we got married. All in all, wedding planning and stuff like that is a lot. Is a lot, and that's also partly why I wasn't really filming at the time, because it's a lot mentally, it's a lot family wise, it's just a lot, and so I just wanted to step away from everything, and I did not have the energy to really deal with other things as I was doing it. You're still working, you're still looking for a place to live as you're doing it, so that's why our budget for our wedding was £10,000, but our wedding ended up being about 14k, and I can go into that in another video. A good friend of mine, Daphne, she did our BTS for our wedding, and she also is known as BTS Maven on TikTok and Instagram, has done an amazing series on how she spent under 15k for her wedding, and I think it's amazing. You guys should definitely check that out. But if you'd also like to hear what I did to also achieve the same thing, spending just under 14k, then yeah, let me know. I'm happy to do a video on that. The video is actually long overdue because I was supposed to do it before, so there's some things that are a little bit hazy in my mind, but I have a spreadsheet that I was using to track everything during the time. So yeah, we can talk about that sometime in another video. If you have questions more so around like dating, godly dating, wedding planning and things like that, I am very, very happy to touch on those things moving forward, as well as also finding a home, finding a place to live, the things to consider, and yeah, if you have people around you who have also gone through this, it would be great to touch base with them. If that's relevant to you and you feel like it would be helpful, I'm very happy to share. But in all, I would say, I'll say much more in that video, but for me, how I will conclude that sort of dating into marriage stuff, I would say don't date for long. As much as you can, be intentional in your dating and try and focus on the end goal, which is marriage. That is the relationship that God honors, so let that be our aim, let that be our goal, and that's always my concluding like advice, or my concluding thoughts, to be honest with you, when it comes to this stuff. As much as possible, if you're a Christian, don't date for long. Date with in mind that you want to get married. If you two have come together and said this is what you want to do, then that's like my thought process around it. And then the second update, I guess, in my life is in the time where I wasn't filming. I left my previous job where I was working in finance, and I was like, you know what, I'm not enjoying this, I don't want to do this. I didn't even study finance. If you know me, work has always been something that I'm like, I don't really know what I want to do. I don't have a set thing that I absolutely love. I've always been that type of person, and I guess I speak in some videos about how like it's always just feels so conflicting at times. And as you know, I do YouTube, I love to edit, I love to do all these different creative things. And so when I left that job in finance, I was like, you know what, let me try marketing. I just thought this will be the thing that makes sense as much as possible to my strengths, because I was also a media manager or media leader in my church for a while. I just felt like, I think I'll know what I'm doing. And so I used those skills to be able to transfer to working in marketing. Now, if you follow my TikTok or my Instagram, but mainly on my TikTok, someone asked me a question about marketing and how I find it. So I would happily also do another video on marketing, how I find it, what I specifically do in marketing, how I landed it, how I got into it. But that is another update in my life, only because work and the things that I'm really interested in has been a common theme on my channel. If you followed me, or if you remember any video, if you don't, that's okay. I'm telling you that it has been, or in my life, to be honest with you. And I'm at a place now, I've been doing digital marketing for about a year plus. By May next year, I'll be doing it for 2 years. And I can say that though there is still no job out there that I would break my head to do, I can say that this is the first job that I can say I actually decently enjoy. I know what I'm doing, and so I guess that's what helps. But I guess I've come into a space where for a very long time I haven't had that much clarity in like work and jobs and stuff like that. But now I'm kind of like, okay, if I was to look for another role, I think I'll stay in the same area of work. Digital marketing is cool because it depends on what sort of marketing you do, but it kind of just is like life, like how to pitch something to someone, how to get someone to buy into something that you want them to buy into, and then how do you do that in a creative way, which I think I basically do through YouTube. I do it when I'm doing hair and I'm trying to get clients. I just feel like I do it in different ways. I've also worked within social media coordinating, and so I've done that as well. So yeah, that's where I kind of am in life. And because I got some questions on it on TikTok, I just wonder if there will be anyone who wants a video on that as well. And if so, just let me know. If you don't let me know, I'll probably just do it anyway, because I need to make content. So, but those are the two biggest updates in my life. And I just wanted to make a general video, life update video, to just, I guess, say where I'm at in life. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to do another video to just go into that a little bit more. But that is where I'm at. I'm married. I'm in a job that I'm understanding I quite enjoy. I'm in a space of work that I enjoy. I'm trying to work more on my approach to the things that I go through, the things that I find myself in, like really seeing that God is glorified even in the very mundane things of life, really trying to be intentional to submit every moment to Him and things like that, and just really trying to understand my word and allow that to change me. That's really where I am in life. So I guess as I make videos, it will be from such a place in life. If you guys have any questions or any video requests, please do let me know. I just really wanted to sit down, and even if I'm not filming it, just get back into filming, get back into like really liking and knowing what I'm doing, and just put this video out there to just say hi, I'm here. And I hope to have some more interesting content for you moving forward. So yeah, do give me some ideas, do ask some questions, and I hope you enjoy your day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.